A la goots. Oh, yes. Smack those pins around.
Hey everyone, welcome back to JR Pro Shot Vids. Today we got the brand new Phaze V from Storm. Now if you watched our last video for the Roto Grip RST X3, we announced a giveaway for a 15-pound Storm Nova. And if you stay tuned to the halfway point of this video, we're going to announce a winner, so you don't want to miss that. But let's get back on track, let's talk a little bit about the Phaze V. This features the same velocity core that's been found in the entire Phaze lineup, as well as the R2S Pearl cover stock. Now this may sound familiar because it's the same ball as the Phaze IV. Now some of you may know the Phaze IV was discontinued. It's been banned from certain national level competitions. So now we have a very similar ball in the Phaze V here with some slight differences. Obviously the first most noticeable thing is the color, as well as the polish that's been applied to the outside of it. Previously, the shiny balls from Storm were finished at 1500 grit polish. Those balls were finished with Storm Step 2 compound. Now the issue is when these balls were previously tested in the field at that 1500 grit polish, some of that polish would actually stick to the testing needle and cause these balls to test a little bit too soft. Storm went back to the drawing board and created the new React-A-Gloss. Now this doesn't leave a residue, it doesn't have a slip agent on it, so these balls will test hard enough to pass specification. It should also be mentioned that balls that were previously finished at 1500 grit polish will now be finished with React-A-Gloss. Balls like the Idol Cosmos here that were specifically designed at 4K fast will remain at that box finish, so you won't see polish on these out of box. So we got Jungo back on the lanes today. He's bowling on a burnt up league condition. It's 42 foot carbon. It's 4-player teams for 3 games, so there's been a fair amount of traffic on the lanes. The fronts are kind of going away. It's starting to burn up a little bit. That's where a shiny ball like a Phaze V is really going to come into play. So comparing against the Phaze V today, we got the Phaze II, one of Jung's favorite balls, as well as the Idol Cosmos. Now we have applied polish to each of these, so the comparison between them is a little bit more fair. So the layouts on all of these are the same. It's 70 by 5¼ by 35, and that puts the pin just above the bridge. A huge shout out to all of our members who have joined so far. If you want to be a part of our community, get early access to video, merch, coaching, and so much more, hit that join button below. And stay tuned to somewhere in the middle of this video, where you're going to find out who wins the Storm Nova. So that's enough in here, let's send it out to Jung on the lanes.
Alright, Jungo is back. Again, we're going to try and mix it up a little bit. We got the Phaze V box finish. Got the Idol Cosmos polished, and also the Phaze II polished to match the Phaze V here. So if everything was box finished, we kind of know where these balls line up. So we polished them all to match the Phaze V, and we're going to see how they roll. Burned up league house shot here, so we're going to throw the Phaze V. Should look pretty good. We're going to stand on 30. Aim at like 19 at the arrows here. Yeah, just with these balls being polished, they're really clean through the fronts, right? They're gonna slide along the oil. Even though there's not much of it, it's really gonna slide through the front part of the lane and dig in the back. So that was really nice. Slid through the front, not so angular in the back end, so still controllable. Slides through the front part of the lane, it's still controllable in the back end. Doesn't overreact, doesn't snap really hard. So that's what I like to see when I'm using like a polished ball on like burned up lane conditions, because something that snaps too hard can still be a little bit uncontrollable. So let's go down to the Cosmos. Same layout, same surface, everything, just another symmetric pearl, but this one's from Roto Grip. And you know, we're gonna compare the sim pearls here and see if they are different. Same line. Wow, that was a good shot. Okay, the Cosmos is definitely more angular. I felt like I threw that really close to the same as the previous shot with the Phaze V. Almost up to 4.9 there. So, you know, symmetric pearls, mid-range, you know, but they're a little bit different still. And the Cosmos here comes dull when you first buy it out of the box. So if you want your Cosmos to be a little angular, polish it. Let's move 2 left off of that. Yeah, so the Cosmos a couple boards stronger, I would say. I had to move 2 left off the previous shot and wrap the 10, so pretty close. 2 boards left. All right, let's throw the Phaze II. Arguably one of the most popular balls ever, but we polished it, right, just to match the cover of the Phaze V, because we know when it's dull, it's going to hook a little bit earlier, a little bit more, a little bit smoother. Pretty new, only got a couple games on it. Okay, same line as the Phaze V. Yeah, it still picks up a little bit earlier than the Phaze V, even though it's got the same surface. Just that solid cover stock just grabs the lane a little bit earlier. And because of that, it's going to be smoother as well, right? So almost left the 10 there, but carried it. Slow it out again. Yeah, a little bit earlier than the Phaze V. Doesn't quite skid as far down lane, so I think on this, if I were both for score, I'd use the Phaze II. It's got that a little bit earlier reaction, a little bit tamer on the back end, easier to control, easier to hit the pocket, and I think higher score it's got that. Change of the surface on these bowling balls, we polish them, where the Phaze II and the Cosmos come a little bit matte finish. So if you're not happy with the reaction of your ball, you know, try changing the surface. Try scuffing it, try polishing it, rough buff, you know, whatever you can, whatever you think will work better. Give it a try. You can always put it back to the box. All right, let's go 3 left here with the Phaze V. Slow it down a touch, and see if we can make a hook in the back end and strike. Not a bad shot. As you can see, the ball's just a little bit weak for playing that far left, right? We need the lanes to be a little bit more dry. We need that ball to pick up a little earlier because of the dry lanes. And that ball's gonna look much better the later it goes. Just pulled the PBA Regional down in Tacoma. Darren Tang was using the Phaze V late in the day, like lofting the gutter a little bit. Ball looked really good, so, and the lanes were toasty. So let that be a lesson. Lanes are toasty, Phaze V, probably the way to go if one of the world's best is using it. Okay, same shot. Yeah, really nice. I can see how that ball would be really good when it's really toasty. The league just got finished here, so still a little bit of boil, you know. And I saw Darren filming, so they probably have a vlog out soon, so we'll check that out. Okay, same line here with the Phaze II. This should amplify how much earlier this ball is than the Phaze V. Yeah, you see that hit? Phaze II didn't quite drive through the pins because it's rolling a little bit too early. Got lucky though. All right, Jungo's here about halfway through the vid. 5th installment in the Phaze line. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever had a Phaze. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And which one's your favorite?
Jimu here, halfway through the vid, because now is the time to announce our lucky winner of the 15-pound Storm Nova. Congrats to Chris Merritt. 2 R's, 2 T's. You can see the comment right here. Congratulations. Please DM us on Instagram and we'll be in contact with you soon so we can get this ball to you. Congrats again. Now back to Jung.
Second half of the vid, I'm gonna move 3 more to the left and we're gonna throw this against a Cosmos. See which ball does better from inside and which ball would be better for you. Okay, so this is now 6 left of the original line. Pretty good shot, pretty good finish there by the Phaze V. Slapped the 10 out late. Let's throw the Cosmos now, which has a little bit more pop on the back end when it's polished. We'll see how that does. Yeah, that one is definitely a little bit longer and a little bit more snappy. I missed a hair to the right there with that one, and you can really see it check mark down lane. Not the greatest trick in the world, but ball reaction wise, you can see the difference. Okay, one more with the Cosmos here, same line. Yeah, a little bit longer for sure with the Cosmos. Smack those pins around. Phaze V on the burn here, so we're gonna do 3rd arrow, 4th arrow, 5th arrow, and 6th arrow. See that burn? Checks up in the middle of the lane. I'm gonna have to throw a little bit harder. Actually, you know what? Inspired by Goots, we're gonna add a little bit of loft instead. Same line, a little bit of loft, 3rd arrow. Just makes that ball skid that extra couple feet. Okay, 4th arrow. That was easy. Okay, 4th arrow now. No lofting. Protect the lanes. Keep the lanes fresh. No lofting. Okay, that was the easy one. 5th arrow, 6th arrow. This is gonna be hard. Okay, 5th arrow. Oh, yes. 6th arrow. We're gonna have to air time again. A la Goots. Goots just spends all his time in the gym just doing bicep curls. That's why he just throws it up in the air. All right, 6th arrow. Oh, maybe I don't have to loft. All right, we're in no hook zone at 6th arrow. We're gonna have to make a slight adjustment. Okay, we're gonna have to add a little loft here, I think, just to get over the front part of the lane here. Oh, yes. Shot. Jungo's back from the lanes. We bowled on a house pattern that's been bowled on by league already, 4-person teams for 3 games. And I think that's where the Phaze V is really gonna shine. Right, it's meant for the burn, it's meant for burned up lane conditions, drier lane conditions, so that's what we bowled on. Idol Cosmos here, which we polished to match the Phaze V, and a Phaze II, which we polished to match the Phaze V. They all 3 have pretty distinct reactions down lane. We'll start with the Phaze II. This one's gonna be the earliest, the most controllable, the most even amount of hook, even when it's polished. You can see it just won't go through the pins that well from deep inside. It still rolls a little bit too early, right? Picks up a little bit too early for it to really have that nice entry angle when you're playing inside on a burned up condition. Over here, the Cosmos was a little bit too sharp. As you can see, almost left the 4-9 in the first shot there. Had to get a little bit too far to the left in order for this to make it to the pocket. And then I was leaving 10 pins. And then the Phaze V fits right in between. It rolled really well for the burn up condition. I guess 12 games on that lane so far after tonight. And it rolled really well. Gets through the front part of the lane really easy and doesn't make a crazy left turn in the back end, which is what I like to see. You know, something like the Cosmos that's polished here can be hard to control sometimes. If you're bowling on a high friction lane service, or if you're bowling tournaments with lots of games, or you're bowling after leagues are finished and all that, and the lanes are pretty dry, pretty beat up, then you want to be throwing something with a little bit of shine on it, right? The shine is gonna let the ball skid easier in the front part of the lane, and the dryness of the lane is gonna help slow the ball down. So you really need that stored up energy to create that ball motion down lane in order to carry all 10 pins. Or else you're just gonna be leaving 10 pins all day. Like if I threw the Phaze II out there with this box finish, it's gonna roll really early, it's gonna hook very soon, and it's not gonna have that angle into the pocket that you need, and you're gonna leave 7s and 10s and corner pins all day long. As you can see, we got 2 balls here that are not a box finish. We polished them up in the shop for this video. They did work better on the burned up lane conditions, the Phaze II and the Idol Cosmos here, as they both come out of the box at matte. So they do go a little bit longer and have a little bit more back end. So with that being said, the Phaze II and the Cosmos were definitely better on the burned up lane condition, a little bit polished up. But they weren't designed for that like the Phaze V was. Got R2S cover, a little bit cleaner through the fronts than these 2 balls, and also that Reacta Gloss finish, which also helps the ball slide through the front part of the lane a little bit easier. So if you were to buy a ball for the burn, the Phaze V is the ball to buy. But if you have a Phaze II and a Cosmos or something like that, and you want to alter it a little bit to suit your lane conditions at home, don't want to buy a whole new ball, try polishing it, try changing the surface. That might help a lot. So we did the 4-arrow challenge, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th with the Phaze V here on the burned up lane condition. You can see how I would have to adjust to get that ball to strike in the pocket. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget my question down below in the comments. Have you ever had a Phaze ball? If so, which one was your favorite? Mine's a Phaze II. Steady Eddie. Thanks again for 30,000 subscribers. We're gonna get that Nova out to you real soon.